Hello and welcome to Quinn's Tech Reviews. Today I am doing a full review on the brand new Samsung Galaxy S3. I have with me the blue 16GB version. Runs for $199.99. That is with a contract. It goes on most networks, I believe. I know AT&T. This is AT&T. Probably Verizon, Sprint, all those. So first things first. We're going to want to go over the ports. So what it has, it charges with a micro USB, which it comes with this charger. It's just sort of a standard charger. It's got a microphone there. By the way, call quality is not going to really differ with any phone, unless you get a really bad phone. It's all going to be the same, which is pretty good. But back to the ports. On the right, it has a power button. On the top, 3.5mm headphone jack and a microphone. On the left, has a volume rocker, and that is it for ports. But on the back, it has an 8-megapixel camera with flash. It has this back plastic casing. It is plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. It feels nice. Although I feel like it could fall out of your hands. But if you had a case, that would solve that issue. So on the front, we have a front-facing camera that is 2 megapixels. I want to say, could be wrong. It's got a notification light and the speaker for when you're talking. It's got a home button. I have to say, I wish there you go, it turns on. That is Siri voice. If you double tap the home button, it opens Siri voice, where you can say something like oh, it recognized it. Let's restart. What year is it? Wow, that was a fail. Who is the President of the United States? Who is the President of the United States? Huh, that's weird. It was working quite well earlier. I'll do a test on that. It might be because I'm behind this camera. That's probably why. But back to the buttons. It's got a integrated back button and menu buttons for like settings and stuff. Back button just brings you back when you're in something. So the LED light up here, it turns blue when you have new messages, new downloads, that sort of stuff. Turns red when you have low battery and green when it's charging, and has a lot of battery. It has a quad-core Cortex A9 processor at 1.4 gigahertz, which is a really good processor. It's one of the best phones out there. It also has Gorilla Glass 2, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Gorilla Glass 2. The screen is, what is that? What is it doing? I keep pressing the back button. If one thing, it's very easy to hit that back button. But if you get a case, it will solve that issue of just like accidentally hitting it while you're using it. It's really not that much of an issue. Back to the phone. It's got 4.8 inch screen, as opposed to like this iPhone, which has 3.5, and it's really hard to type on this. It's so much better on the Galaxy S3. I have a different time on both of them. That's weird. But on the Galaxy S3, it's just so much easier to type and stuff. So if I go to like Google, type, so much easier to type. I really like the keyboard too, because you can oh, I typed something there. It's random gibberish. If I go to type on Google, it's really fast because it says 4G, by the way. And if I go slide for this, it should find, oh, well, that wasn't, it found things. But if you slide for the word that you want, it'll try and find the word that you want, and it'll type it in, rather than you having to go on each individual letter, which is pretty nice. And that's come standard with all Android phones, really. And so the battery life, it lasts around 8-10 hours, I believe. That's actually pretty good. Good for one cool thing, as opposed to like if I take out my iPhone here. Now both have task managing, I guess. If I slide to unlock, if I double click, it has these apps that I've used before, and I can get rid of them. But really, you're not multitasking. All it does is when you open another program, it pauses. So you can't really do multiple things at once. Whereas on Android, this Galaxy S3, you can, if I hold the home button, it shows the list of applications. I can close some applications. I can go to the camera. It's still there. I can download things while I'm watching a movie. Just might be kind of a slow download if I'm using cell network. One thing that's really nice that you can do with the Galaxy S3 and with a lot of Android phones is you can take the back casing off. So if there's a spot to lift it from the top, it unlatches. It just unhooks, and you can replace the battery, the SIM card, that sort of stuff. I suppose if somebody could make a new back for it if you really wanted to. But it's like, as opposed to the iPhone, if you've seen my review of this, there's no way to really take it off unless you have torque screws and a whole bunch of stuff. I think that's really kind of annoying. Let's get into the apps of the actual Android device. If you've ever used an Android device, this isn't new to you really, but if you've used other things like Apple, if you want to go to game or something, or an app, anything, music, let's say we want a game, click on games, you can get one of the featured ones, or you can search, say, Fruit Ninja. Search. Here we go, Fruit Ninja. You can download it, go on install, and it'll show you all the permissions that it wants to give the app. So like, it can modify the storage, which is pretty basic. It can vibrate and stuff like that. So you accept and download, and it'll start downloading. Other apps, there's a clock standard. You put alarms on there. It's pretty basic. Camera, as I said, it's actually a really nice camera. It can get pretty good pictures, and it's got a flash too. It's got a calendar, which is a calendar you can add events, that sort of stuff. I got a GPS in it. There's maps, and it shows your location. You can tilt with like this to change the direction. Click this to go back to north-south. I just turned on volume. It can give you navigation, that sort of stuff. It's pretty nice. It's just sort of a standard map. I would say though that it is better than like iOS, because it's using Google Maps, so they optimized it for their device. So it also has, it's a lot better with the case on, because you don't hit these buttons. I find I'm hitting these buttons a lot of the time. It also has a it's got a notification bar where you can turn Wi-Fi on and off, Bluetooth, GPS, sound. You can make it mute or vibrate. You can make it so it doesn't rotate. That sort. Mobile data. You can turn on power saving. Turn that off. Airplane mode, sync, all that sort of stuff. And so, also, which is something that's nice about Android and with any Android phone, is you don't have to get apps from the App Store. Somebody can send you an app in an email and you can download it. You just have to go into the set. It won't allow you to unless you click accept and to allow other aftermarket apps. It's really nice. But then you have to worry about malicious apps. And there's an easy fix. There's antivirus. It's mostly free. Avast is my favorite one. It's worked for me for a long time. It scans all the apps and stuff, and it says you're secured. It doesn't allow apps that it doesn't like. And it's really nice to download other apps because it's a nice feature to have. You can have like an app on a website and just download it immediately from the website, that sort of stuff. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but in the background I have a live wallpaper, which is on Android. This one in particular is showing stocks. It just shows, it's just a moving background really. And so internet browsing, this is just the home page. And that beeping noise, by the way, is me hitting these buttons. I'm really not paying attention to using this phone because I'm using a camera, so you wouldn't hit it that much really. So if I go to Google, also google.com. So if I type in, I don't know, Hulu, it's really nice to use. I don't have any complaints. Screen resolution is, I believe, 1280 by 760. I'd have to verify it. I'll put it in the video. But it's really crisp. It's hard to really on any HD. It doesn't even have to be a full HD screen. You can't tell. You really can't see any pixels. You'd have to look really hard. And I wouldn't worry about it. It's a nice screen. So that concludes the full review on the Samsung Galaxy S3. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, watch my other videos, share. It works. Thanks for watching. See you next time.